for those of you who've been around, you already know the first thing I'm going to show quite quickly, which is the ability to integrate traction with vibration or shaking. And so here I am on the foot, and I want to make sure I have the skeletal system to the nose. So, Rupert, don't do anything, okay? Rupert, do I have your skeletal system? Yes, I do. Okay? But nor do I want to go, Now I want you to notice how I'm on his right side, his left side, all that is just scrunched up. Lengthen back. Look at that pec, pull in. Look at his chin, pull in. I want to avoid, this is stagnation. This is yanking. His body's going to pull back, and I will get fatigue if I do this too much. So I have to have the pull, no, pull. All right? 1, 2, 3. He still thinks I let go. Okay, that's the connection technique. So I pull 2, I let go 1. He's listening to the pull back. Look at his head, but I settle back towards me. Now I have a solid connection, and there's no resistance to what I'm doing. I just have a connection. In fact, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to pull him, and as I let go, everybody watch his head. Boop! See how his head flew all the way back there? I'm not going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then pull back. I'm going to go 1, and then as I let go, I'm going to move my hands ahead, and he's going to come into my hand, and I'm going to hold him in place. Does that make sense? So I'm going to keep him from bouncing all the way back to there. So I'm going to pull, and then I'm going to let go, and he's going to still feel going up towards the windows, but I've stopped it. But his body is still hearing that direction, even though I've got this direction. I've settled in. Very good hold. This is a fantastic hold. If you learn this hold, they can have a bad knee, a bad hip, a bad lower back, and as long as it's not acute, you'll be able to lift their leg, move their leg, rotate their leg as long as your traction is continuous and even, and other people will not be able to do it because the way they're holding it puts injury vectors into their injured knee, hip, or lower back. So it's a really important skill to have this whole motion. Once I have that, I can just keep a steady traction. You want to call this grasping. You want to call this like upside down T or lifting, so I'm lifting this way. I don't care what you call it. What's important is we've got this space. And the moment I start pulling too much, I will lose it. I need to just have it very gentle. He will feel that filling and lengthening. And as his spine and everything gets more space, where there was less flow has more flow, which he will interpret as warmth. That's right. For everybody who's been with me, all those things. So I'm not zapping him with chi that suddenly he starts to go warm in the lower jiao or in the chest or anything else like that. It's I've increased flow for him, and therefore if there was enough lack of flow, the return of flow manifests as return or healthy or healing heat. And it's like, it feels so good. Now once I have that, I can add a vibration up and down. So am I vibrating or am I shaking? Doesn't matter. No. Nice and steady. Get a nice vibration through. What's key is most people's mistake is once they start vibrating, they lose the traction back into the body, or their traction isn't continuous. So they have a pull, then they let go, and pull, let go, and pull, let go. That's really unpleasant for someone with a bad knee or hip that hurts because they keep getting not nice. Don't do that. Okay? So continuous traction while adding a vibration or a shaking. Bring it up into the big world. As I've said, if you need to get to the lower back, it's going to be lined up to the top of the head. Straight line. You need to get into the pelvis. It's nice to be out at an angle a little bit. And that'll anchor the sensation more into the pelvis, lower jiao.
And for the knee?
I can't hear you. Gotta be nice and loud.
And for the knee?
For the knee or anything else, you can be a little higher in your elevation. The higher your elevation, then you have to change your hand motion. This way will bring it more to the top of the knee, more to the back of the knee, because I'm literally doing this, or I'm doing this. Literally, physically, but subtly, so the vibrations hit into the knee while I had traction. But of course, once I've stretched and lengthened the knee, it's going to lengthen if everything lengthens. In which case, if there's a specific knee problem, I'll be directly on the knee as well, right? So, working with that, working with the side. But traction, the whole body, the right gentle touch, the whole thing moves, being able to add a vibration while it not falling back into his body, falling back into his body. This is continuous, but he doesn't feel the pull, he just feels a lengthening, and then the whole thing moving, getting life into the area without dislocating their ankle, which means you're above the ankle, you're holding well, good full hand, lots of points of contact. Just look at that sheet of hallmarks of Yin-style Bagua. If you've just got two fingers, it feels like a vice sharp grip on him. That's not pleasant. I'm squishing his Achilles tendon. Nobody likes to have their Achilles tendon squished for a while. Okay? So, that's traction of the lower limb. It would be the same if I was just tractioning into the shoulder and lengthening it. Wouldn't be any different. Whether I'm here, constant, or whether I'm here, constant. It's all the same. Same thing I just did with the leg. Same. As he relaxes, let's say, imagine I have like 4.3 pounds of pressure coming towards me. I just made up the number. And he relaxes. Then I now only have 2 pounds of pressure. How do I maintain my constant amount of pressure? So as he relaxes, I meet the relax. So for him, it's continuous. It doesn't get bigger, nor does it get wimpy. It's just the right amount. So that as he lengthens, I lengthen with his lengthen. And this can be done, obviously, this way, this way, this way. It just depends where we're trying to get that traction. And obviously, we could do the exact same traction from the head. So I can pull in here and then just gently check the feet, okay? And then once I have the connection, don't keep yanking. Soft, soft, relax. And then see how much of a pull I can feel from the neck, thoracic, all the way into Yongchen, ideally. Yongchen's hard to feel, but they'll often say my feet got warmer if you've got a good connection and they have the right circumstance. So that's straight lines, static traction, adding a vibration, any of those places.